Hey guys, welcome back. So this is week 2 of my 75 hard journey. This is the Christian Girl edition. For those who don't know, go back and watch number 1 and you can see all the rules and everything. So this week I made my prayer focus my family, my kids, all of those things. And the Lord really checked me in love. So I was reading Proverbs and I got to Proverbs 25 and 28, and it says, "A man without self-control is like a city broken into and left without walls." And that hit me hard because it reminded me that if I don't have discipline, if I'm not guarding the gates of my heart and my home, I'm leaving room for the enemy to just come in and run wild. And if I'm being honest, like sometimes we focus so much on doing better and eating right and chasing all the goals and stuff, but we forget that our first ministry is our home. And that's what my focus was this week when I was praying about my children and being a parent. God really showed me that, the way that I speak to my kids, the way that I serve my husband, the way that I show up when nobody sees me but him. And so because of that led me to Deuteronomy 6, where God is telling his people to teach his commandments diligently to their children, talk about them at home, when we walk, when we lay down, when we rise. And that's really what got me, because it just reminded me that discipleship starts in the living room, at the dinner table, in how I pray over them, how I model faith, even in their discipline. And y'all, having 3 kids is not easy because I get overstimulated so fast. But it was such great accountability because it reminds me to be present in that moment and to model these things. And so this week was not perfect. I was tired. I was sore. I did not always feel like showing up, and not just for the gym. I mean, for my family as well. I wanted to just check out sometimes. But I have to keep reminding myself that building a strong home starts with building this strong foundation within myself. So when I was lifting, I was praying. When I was getting my meals together, I was worshiping. While I was on that treadmill, I was thanking God just, for the family that he gave me and asking him for tools and strategies of how to lead well, how to submit well, how to be a great helpmeet, how to be a better mother, how to listen well. Because a lot of parents, especially if you come from the background I came from, we are to, not be seen, not be heard. Be seen and not heard, So it's a different lifestyle. And I don't know if you guys can hear my baby screaming in the background, but like I told you, I'm giving you what I got. This is just raw and transparent. I'm sorry. But what was I say? Discipline is not a punishment, and I've had to teach myself that it shouldn't be you have to do this kind of thing. It's worship. I want to be fortified, strong in body, but like even stronger in spirit, and so my focus was just discipleship. We're called to be the first disciplers our children ever meet, and I think we got to a point where we were just taking them to church and praying before dinner and doing all the basic things. But I'm like, the world does that. What makes us different? How are we separating ourselves? How are we truly discipling our children? That means in the everyday moments, the conversations in the car, how we handle conflict. Yes. And I used to be a thing where I used to be like, well, let's not, have these conversations around them. Let's not debate or, have any issues around the kids. But now we try to have them in front of them so that we can model for them how a man should talk to a woman, how a wife should talk to a husband, all these things that they'll have no context for if we don't, and it also forces us to have to, and it matters so much because if we don't disciple our kids, guess what? The world will. Culture, social media, entertainment, they're already shaping them. Like, these trends are so quick and so fast. We get caught up in them ourselves, so it's really hard not to get caught up in it. But when we take the time to guide them, we're really giving them a foundation. And that's what I want, a foundation that's rooted in truth. I want their foundation of their identity and purpose to be in God. Proverbs 22 again tells us that we should train up a child in the way that they should go, and when they're older they won't depart from it, so it helps them anchor them in Christ later. We're not just raising kids, we're raising the next generation of kingdom builders. So I'm just trying my best. Look, this little thing is really hard, but I'm believing God all the way. I'm believing him for whatever he wants to do. And so keep praying for me, girl. Pray for me as I'm in this season, and keep watching. Thank you.